Hey guys, James Wilson Taylor here for Rock Sound. Slowly are currently on tour across the UK with Stand Atlantic and a new album on the way. I'm delighted to say that we have Ben on the line right now. How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me.
No, of course, man. Nice to see you. I mean, let's start with, as I've just mentioned, you're out here in the UK supporting your good friends in Stand Atlantic. A few shows under the belt now at this point. How's it kind of all been going for you? How are you finding these UK audiences out here?
We are like pinching ourselves the whole time. It's been wild. We're I think four or five in, and yeah, we just could not be more stoked. Like we've everyone's been showing up so early to the shows and lining up from like midday. It's been wild. We've played to like 80% full venues every night, meeting so many new faces, and oh, we're just blown away by the kindness of everybody. It's been great.
That's so nice, man. That's so nice. Yeah. And what a great moment to be coming over is, of course, you've just kind of launched this new album that's going to be coming, which is very, very exciting. Tell me a little bit about Forgiving Spree. I mean, why don't we start with that title track? You know, that's the latest single out there, and I'm always intrigued when I hear that there's a song that you've decided is so important you want to name the whole record after it. So tell me a little bit about that one in particular.
Totally. Yeah, it's good timing for us. We feel like it's all happening on all fronts. It was the last song I wrote for the record, and generally that's kind of how our past records have gone to it. I'll find a song that just seems to put a bow on the whole experience. So yeah, the way that the songs kind of came together is like a bit of a mosaic of my life over the past couple of years. And then when I wrote that song, it was just I've been through a lot over the last little bit, just, weddings, deaths, births, like it was just heaps happening. And um, maybe felt like at times I'd been dealt a bit of an unlucky card. And then I think it was just a bit of a realization I had while being away from home for 4 or 5 weeks and got that classic bird's eye view of, you know, that moment that of retrospect that I needed. And I realized that I just needed to kind of forgive a bunch of the things I'd been like holding on to because it was just not letting me move forward and through that stuff. So, um, yeah, I guess it was just a little epiphany about forgiveness being like a tool that you can use and that it's actually like almost a selfish thing sometimes. Like you don't forgive for the other person to feel better. You can sometimes, no matter the circumstances, it kind of just helps you grow or something. It was a nice moment for me. And like, I don't know, maybe I'm finally growing up. But yeah, that's sort of the ethos of the record. And um, is not so much like an overarching theme that's present in every song, but that was for me like uh something that really like captured that chapter of my life or something while I was writing that record.
And definitely a relatable theme. I think it's nice when artists are able to talk about overcoming moments like that and also finding their way through, because I think that's something that everyone deals with in their own way. Even if they're not able to relate to something very, very specific about that experience, they'll definitely be able to find something in their own life. You must be finding that already.
Yeah,
Just the really lovely
totally.
online reactions to the announcement of the album and this single, it feels like people are able to kind of connect to that experience in a way.
Yeah, it was a very human kind of experience that yeah, it's always nice to have something like universal that you can tie around to a record. Because I always write in like a really autobiographical way, but having like an umbrella that everyone can relate to, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, definitely. And musically as well, what were the kind of aims coming into this one? You know, I see you playing with kind of a few different styles in there, kind of mixing things up a little bit. You know, there's certain artists we could sort of say, oh, there's a little bit of that in there, there's a little bit of that in there, but it's nice that you can kind of balance out different areas of the kind of wider rock space in a lot of ways. Definitely a lot of pop influence in there as well, I can hear. Who are your influences and what was the kind of musical aims when you're going into it, or did just ideas kind of start appearing in a different way?
It was really just following my nose with this one. I mean, I wanted to really, um, you know how like you get to a certain age and you're like, I think I can wear a leather jacket and pull it off. That's kind of like the thing. It was like, I think we can kind of start to move into the Killers or Springsteen, and like, I feel like I've had enough life experience now that I'm like able to sort of write from that headspace or something where it was less kind of adolescent, heartbreaky kind of. And I love all of that. I love all music from all walks of life, but Um, I think it was a really comfortable record for me because I was able to draw from a lot of the artists I'd grown up listening to that maybe I felt like I didn't have the license beforehand because I felt like I hadn't had enough life experience or something. So it was, yeah, I felt, old and ugly enough to kind of draw from every avenue of life. But yeah.
That's your words, not mine, my friend. You're allowed to be self-deprecating. I ain't
I
diving on
I
that
saw
ship.
you nod. I saw you nod.
A subtle nod. How dare I? How dare I? It's
Yeah.
nice when you get to this stage as well, where obviously you're playing these live shows and you're finally able to get, I guess, some of these new songs out there. I guess, I mean, I presume Forgiving Spree's in the set. I presume like Gimme the Wrench is probably in the set, all these ones as well.
Yeah.
Like, what's it been like, I guess, just seeing the reaction live? Because I guess it sometimes does change your opinion of a song, right? You finally see the actual visceral reaction, the people in front of you seeing what they make of these new songs.
Totally. It's like we were very nervous about playing them because it's so much new material and to play that to so many new faces, like it's a lot. But no, they're finding their feet, and it's like especially just how you move on stage. Like there's no rehearsal for that. Like you can't do that in a rehearsal room. It just doesn't translate. So you need other people watching to sort of unlock that part of how this moves or something. And but it's been great. Like people have been uh yeah, receiving the songs really well, and yeah, we're like some of the songs that I guess like Forgiving Spree, the title track, I didn't expect that to go so hard live. Maybe I thought maybe Give Me the Wrench because it's just such like a big hook kind of rock extravaganza. Maybe I thought, but Forgiving Spree seems to just have like a bit of a swagger to it, and that's really found its feet. Yeah, no, it's been great, and especially like all time draws from that kind of Stones, and like it's got like just a hypnotic groove thing. Like I feel that maybe has its roots in like a UK sound or something. So that's been really cool to like play over here, like Stones Roses, like like I don't know, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you can definitely hear some of those UK influences there for sure.
yeah.
It's interesting as well, like, that's I guess is going to be the interesting thing moving forward is, we should say, any Australian fans watching this will be well aware of who you guys are and well aware of the fact that it's been growing and building, and congrats on that success over there. It
Oh,
is
thank you.
obviously much earlier days over here in the UK. It's great to see you guys now coming over more regularly, making those steps to kind of build it out here. Is that an aim, I guess, in this campaign moving forward? Is the aim to kind of be getting out there for more of these international audiences, kind of growing that community a little bit more?
For sure. We just uh I don't maybe we just never thought that we would could do it. It was just like a self-belief thing, but it seems to just be sort of unlocking itself for us at the moment, and we'll be back in March. We haven't announced any dates yet, but we'll be back in March here. Um, and there's some US dates on the cards and stuff's happening. Yeah, it really feels like um, we're going to reach so many new people next year, and yeah, it's really overwhelming. It's good.
Yeah, that's really exciting to hear, man. I'm glad you guys are going to be coming back over here for headliners. It's really exciting to see that build, particularly in the UK, man. So all the best of luck with it. Great to chat to you. I'm sure we will
Thank you.
catch up in person again soon around this album and everything, but just best of luck with everything. I'm sure we'll chat soon. All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Good to see you. All right, Ben, everybody.